Ever wondered what your dog is trying to tell you? They might not speak our language, but they have a whole vocabulary of barks, wags, and postures. It's like a silent language they use to communicate their needs, feelings, and even their intentions. Just like us, dogs are social animals. They thrive on connection and understanding. By learning to read their signals, you build a stronger bond based on trust and respect. You become their pack leader, not through dominance, but through calm and assertive leadership. In this video, we're going to decode some of the most common ways your dog tries to talk to you. Let's start with the most obvious, barking. Now, many people think a bark is a bark, but it's not that simple. Think of it like this: you wouldn't use the same tone of voice if you were excited as you would if you were scared, right? A sharp, high-pitched bark might mean your dog is excited or wants to play. They might even throw in some playful bows, inviting you to join in the fun. But a lower, more drawn-out bark, especially with a rumbling growl mixed in, that's a warning. It could mean back off, or this is my territory. And then there's the insistent, almost frantic bark. That's your dog trying to get your attention. They might need something like food or water, or maybe they're just feeling anxious and need some reassurance. Remember, every dog is different, just like people. Some are chatty, some are quiet. But once you start listening closely to the tone and intensity of their barks, you'll start to understand the different messages they're trying to convey. Now, let's talk about tail wags. Most people associate a wagging tail with happiness, and while that's often true, it's not the whole story. The position and speed of the wag tell you a lot about what's going on in your dog's mind. A relaxed, full-body wag, where their whole back end is wiggling with joy, that's pure happiness. They're thrilled to see you, excited about a walk, or maybe they just spotted their favorite toy. But a stiff, high-held tail with short, rapid wags, that's a different story. That's a sign of alertness, maybe even anxiety or fear. They're on high alert, unsure about the situation, and they're letting you know they're feeling on edge. And then there's the tucked tail. A tail held low between the legs is a clear sign of fear or submission. Your dog is feeling insecure, stressed, or threatened. It's important to approach them calmly and give them space if they need it. Remember, the tail is like a mood barometer. Pay attention to the whole body language, not just the wag itself, to get the full picture. Dogs are masters of nonverbal communication, and their body posture is a dead giveaway to their emotional state. A relaxed dog will have a loose, wiggly stance. Their muscles will be relaxed, their mouth slightly open, maybe even a playful bow inviting you to engage. But when a dog tenses up, stands rigid, with their weight shifted forward, that's a sign of alertness or dominance. They might raise their hackles, the hair along their back, to appear larger and more intimidating. This is their way of saying, I'm in charge here. On the other hand, a dog that's feeling scared or submissive will try to make themselves appear smaller. They might crouch low to the ground, tuck their tail, and even roll onto their back, exposing their belly in a gesture of surrender. Remember, context is key. A playful bow in the park is very different from a tense stance with a stranger approaching. Always consider the environment and the situation when interpreting your dog's body language. We all know the power of eye contact. It's a way of connecting, communicating, and building trust. Well, dogs use their eyes to speak volumes too. A soft, relaxed gaze, where their eyes are partially closed and their eyelids are droopy. That's a sign of trust and affection. They're comfortable and content in your presence. But a hard stare, with their eyes wide open and their pupils dilated, that's a sign of challenge or aggression. They're trying to intimidate, and it's best to avoid direct eye contact in this situation. And then there's the whale eye, where you can see the whites of their eyes. This often happens when they're feeling anxious, stressed, or threatened. They might also lick their lips, yawn excessively, or turn their head away to avoid eye contact. These are all signs that your dog is uncomfortable and needs some space. Remember, just like with humans, a dog's eyes are a window to their soul. Pay attention to their gaze, their pupil dilation, and any accompanying facial expressions to get a deeper understanding of their emotional state. Whining and growling are often misunderstood forms of canine communication. We tend to see them as negative behaviors, but they're actually important signals that shouldn't be ignored. Whining is often a sign of anxiety, excitement, or attention-seeking. Your dog might whine when they're anticipating a walk, when they're feeling frustrated, or when they're trying to get your attention. Growling, on the other hand, is a warning signal. It's their way of saying, "I'm uncomfortable, back off," or "This is my territory." It's important to never punish a dog for growling. They're trying to communicate their boundaries, and suppressing this natural behavior can lead to more serious aggression problems down the line. Instead of punishing, try to understand the root cause of the whining or growling. Are they anxious, stressed, in pain? Once you identify the trigger, you can start addressing the underlying issue and teach your dog more appropriate ways to communicate their needs. Remember, whining and growling are not signs of a bad dog. They're simply trying to tell you something is wrong. Listen to their signals, respect their boundaries, and work on building a deeper understanding based on trust and communication. So, the next time your dog barks, wags their tail, or gives you that soulful look, remember they're trying to tell you something. Don't just hear them, listen to them. Pay attention to their body language, their vocalizations, and their overall energy. By understanding their silent language, you build a stronger, deeper bond based on mutual respect and trust. You become the calm, assertive leader they need, guiding them with understanding and compassion. Subscribe for more tips on understanding your furry friend. And remember, a happy dog is a well-understood dog.